After yet another delay, we finally got a new episode of South Park Season 27. And I would have to say that Episode 3 of the season is more of a return to form for the series, but probably not as good as the first and second episodes this season. This episode focused on Tegrity Farms, or as Randy Marsh pronounces it, Tegrity Farms. If you're not familiar with that, Randy and his family moved there in Season 22 so he could start a weed business. Now, the fan reaction to this change was not wholly positive back then, so I guess this episode is a good way for the show to course correct. And this episode begins with Ice taking away Stan's workforce, and I kind of wonder why we didn't see Mr. Mackey. This episode also put some focus on Tally, a character that was created back in Season 5 to be intentionally hated. And personally, I think that worked really well, as Tally is featured on my least favorite episode of the show with A Million Little Fibers. Ever since Stan started Tegrity Farms, you usually see Tally helping out with the weed harvest and getting high on Stan's supply. So the episode is a good way to focus on some of the main characters of South Park, or at least Stan's family. Very little of the four main boys have actually been seen this season. In fact, we've seen South Park's new version of Trump more than its traditional characters. And he shows up in this episode as well. In fact, the episode manages to tie in the whole Trump and Tegrity Farms plot as Stan sends Tally to Washington, D.C. Kind of like Luke sent R2-D2 and 3PO to Jabba the Hutt. It's actually a really good laugh-out-loud moment for me. Now, the depiction of D.C. as a military state is a definite thing and is realistic, and yeah, it's really becoming that, isn't it? Like I've said before, South Park is real and tragic and funny all at the same time. This episode featured a running gag of ChatGPT and how it'll constantly give positive reinforcement to any idea it's given, no matter how dumb it is. Not the first time ChatGPT has been tackled on South Park. Not sure if it was credited as one of the writers this time. This episode ended showing Tegrity Farms going bankrupt and being cleared out, with a lot of South Park fans collectively saying, it's about time. Hopefully, there will be some kind of focus on the boys in the next episode, as the creators kind of feared that adding too much Trump on the show would lead away from the stuff that the show used to do. Alright, time for you to chime in. What do you think South Park should do for its last few weeks of its season? Leave a comment here.